Foundation. My name is Heather Matheson and I'm the Managing Director of the Foundation, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all here this evening who is our board members and to the virtual annual meeting of the Prince County Hospital for the year 2021. We are always proud to report on the activities of the Foundation and present the financial picture from the previous year. The annual meeting traditionally takes place further to our audit, which took place in February this year by Grant Thornton, and the results were delivered to our board meeting in March. Our agenda will include comments tonight from the 2021 year from our Foundation President, the PCH Administrator, the PCH Auxiliary and Youth Board Presidents, and of course the financial status will be delivered as well. I will now call this meeting officially to order, and we will start with comments from Paul Young, the PCH Administrator. Thank you.
As Heather mentioned, my name is Paul Young and I'm the Administrator for Prince County Hospital. The past 2 years have been an extremely challenging time for healthcare due to the global COVID-19 pandemic, with its direct impacts being felt across our province and at Prince County Hospital. As with many challenges put before our dedicated and talented team at Prince County Hospital, our teams continually demonstrated professionalism and resilience to continue caring for our community. Our facility adapted quickly to continue providing safe, quality care in an ever-evolving health setting. Prince County Hospital had been challenged with significant physician and nurse staffing pressures that threatened the continuity of our services. With the support of the Recruitment and Retention Secretariat, the City of Summerside, the Summerside Chamber of Commerce, and the Foundation, we've been able to make significant gains in many areas, such as welcoming a full complement of general surgeons to our hospital and a number of critical care nurses to our ICU and emergency departments. We were inspired when the city and the Foundation partnered to create the most aggressive and successful recruitment incentive in the country for experienced ICU nurses in an effort to respond to our call for help. Though staffing challenges remain, we are not only seeing staff choose to stay at Prince County Hospital, but we're seeing many more decide to call PCH home. As we move forward, we will continue to focus on the provision of high quality care that builds on the strengths of our people and exceeds the expectations of the community. Our path forward will be one rooted in thinking differently by embracing new models of care, exploring new and innovative technologies and processes, and focusing on our truest strength, our people. In closing, I would like to say thank you for your support to the Prince County Hospital Foundation, your hospital, and the healthcare professionals within its walls. Thank you. I'll now ask Gordon MacFarlane to provide the highlights for the 2021 financial year.
Hello, my name is Gordon MacFarlane. I'm the Vice President of the Prince County Hospital Foundation, and tonight I'm going to present the Treasurer's Report on behalf of our Treasurer, Les MacLean. The Prince County Hospital Foundation experienced a tremendously successful fundraising year in 2021. It was another year of uncertainty, but once again, our community stepped forward. Our 2021 annual equipment goal was $1.788 million. We are happy to report that we surpassed this goal, and we will be able to purchase every piece of equipment on our list. We will begin looking at the 2021 year by reviewing revenues and expenses. Our total combined revenue for the year includes gifts to our annual equipment campaign as well as to our endowment fund. This considered, our total revenue for 2021 was just over $7 million, coming in from a variety of means, including investment income, funds raised from the annual equipment campaign, which consists of our annual mail-outs, memorial donations, and special events such as Lights for Life, and the Grassroots and Cowboy Boots event, to name a few. Total revenue also includes some other rather significant gifts to our endowment fund. I will highlight some of the major income items within the $7 million. The total investment income was $2.592 million, which we are very pleased with. Breaking this figure down includes dividends and interest received less investment management fees was $622,820 $882. The realized gains on the sale of investments were $714,938. And there was a $1.255 million in unrealized gains on investments. It should be noted this unrealized gains increase in market value is recorded for financial statement purposes at a point in time, but does not continuously rise and fall with the stock market. For our endowment fund, which includes gifts received from wills and donor endowed gifts, we received $1,485,235. These legacy gifts were set up as endowments, meaning the principal donation amount stays intact and only the interest earned from the gift is used as the board determines or on annual equipment as instructed by the donor. Over the years, this type of legacy giving has built a healthy endowment fund for Prince County Hospital and ensures a bright and healthy future for this hospital. The great remainder of the total revenue can be attributed to the annual campaign activities mentioned, which include, but are not limited to, gifts totaling $26,000 from the Prince County Hospital Auxiliary. Lights for Life raised over $300,000. Over $700,000 was received in cash and pledge payments from previous years in relation to grassroots and cowboy boots. This event has become the largest event supporting the foundation, and in turn, many Islanders who rely on this hospital every day. A sincere thanks goes to Warren Ellis and family and for continuing with this event again in 2021. Our May, September, and year-end Vital Signs mail-out campaign raised $163,000. Memorial donations made in memory of family and friends and loved ones raised $85,000. $1.25 million was received from the provincial government from past pledges. The Prince County Hospital Staff Initiative Working to Win raised $52,000. The Toonies for Youth Draw raised $38,000. The remaining can be attributed to a long list of activities held throughout the year, including the Women's Golf Classic, third-party special events, and our Major Gifts Corporate and Personal Ask program. It is important to know that every pledge donation, memorial gift, donation to our mail-out, or to Lights for Life means a great deal to the people throughout our island communities who are served by PCH. We are truly grateful for everyone who takes the time to make sure this hospital is supplied with up-to-date medical equipment. On the expense side, it should be noted that 100% of our operating expenses are paid out of interest on investments, and therefore we are proud to say that 100% of donations to the annual equipment campaign are used to purchase equipment. This is due to the foresight of previous donors who have left a legacy gift to the foundation. Some recent and some that date back over 70 years. Truly a lasting tribute to those donors. Fundraising and operating expenses, which include salaries and major fundraising costs for our annual programs, such as direct mail campaigns, Lights for Life, planned giving, office supplies, print materials, and numerous other fundraising activities and special events, totaled $555,493. We are proud that we are the trustees of 2 education funds for the nurses and staff of Prince County Hospital. The foundation awarded $5,115 to nurses in Prince County from the George Wilkinson Nurses Bursary and $5,001 from the Prince County Hospital Foundation Continuing Education Bursary to staff of PCH. $59,000 was spent for nursing recruitment and retention in a new initiative in partnership with the City of Summerside, which in turn generated positive results for PCH. And $1 million was transferred to PCH this year to purchase medical equipment. This report highlights areas of our financial statements. Copies of our completed audited financial statements may be obtained at the office. We are proud of our fundraising activities and our careful stewardship of those funds. We endeavor to be completely transparent, and we welcome your questions at any time. So that completes our treasurer's report, and now I'd like to introduce Betty Robertson, who is the president of the Prince County Hospital Auxiliary.
I'm Betty Robertson, president of the Prince County Hospital Auxiliary. The Prince County Hospital Auxiliary has increased its numbers to 28 members and continues its monthly luncheon meetings. The used clothing sale was able to be held this year in the County Fair Mall, and it was a big success, bringing in close to $7,000. The make-believe tea and tickets on a Christmas gift basket were also very successful. A committee was set up to interview new applicants to operate the PCH Cafe. Jocelyn Thorwalson of the Willow Bakery and Cafe was the successful applicant. The cafe space was renovated and opened in the new year. The Christmas gift wrap went ahead this year, supporting the Integrated Palliative Care Fund. We continue to support personal needs of patients in mental health as well, and we were also able to support a patient in the dialysis unit. The Wishing Well gift shop continues to do well, being operated by volunteer staff. $7,000 was raised in the shop from donated items of fudge, books, and knitted items. This money was transferred to the auxiliary to purchase items for PCH. The auxiliary continues to fund 2 continuing education bursaries for nursing students at UPEI and 1 for a person at PCH Wedgwood or Somerset Manor. The PCH auxiliary continues to support Prince County Hospital and donated $27,000 in 2021. We are very grateful for the support of the PCH Foundation, as well as all the volunteers that make our work possible. My privilege to introduce Anna Smith, President of the Youth Who Care.
Thank you, Betty. I'm Anna Smith, and I'm the current president of the Youth Who Care Board at the hospital. The Youth Who Care Board has had a very successful year considering the restrictions that have been in place. Through meetings and volunteering in the community, we've been very involved and have done our best to help out in the community this year. Our biggest projects have been creating handmade holiday cards for patients in the hospital, helping with the new virtual reality headsets program, and volunteering at the Free Store here in Summerside to sort clothing and household items. One of our ongoing projects is making a spring gift basket, which we will be selling tickets for at the farmers market. All proceeds from selling tickets will go to the foundation office. This year, we've also been thinking of ways to show staff at the hospital that we are thankful for their hard work. To do this, we bagged individual cookies for staff at Christmas, and for Easter, we made about 300 treat bags, which members of the board were able to deliver to the units. One of our most successful or significant projects that we have had this year was the virtual reality headsets program. We worked with the activities director at the hospital and met with patients in the medical unit once a week to spend more time with them using the headsets. Being a part of this project has allowed the board to be more involved with patients in the hospital and has led us to see the positive impact the virtual reality headsets program is having. I would like to thank my mentor, Heather Matheson, who has been an amazing role model and has helped me through my time being president of the board. Through my 3 years on the board, Heather has given me great advice on many skills that have bettered my leadership skills. Overall, the Youth Who Care Board has had a very successful year, always doing our best and adjusting to the restrictions that have been in place. I'm glad that I was able to lead the board this year and it gives youth a voice in our community and allows us to have a positive impact. I'd like to welcome the next speaker, the Foundation President, Mr. Rick Kennedy.
Again, my name is Rick Kennedy, and as president of the foundation, I'd like to welcome you to this annual meeting, say hello, and just thank you for tuning in. I began my term as president in 2020, having only 2 months of normalcy before our lives were thrown for a loop, and this pandemic brought healthcare into a new focus for the whole world. In the intervening years, we've seen a great deal of change and adaptation, worry and perseverance. Change and adaptation in how healthcare is delivered and how we support it. Worry about what the future may hold with healthcare. And perseverance as we all move through life and business while accounting for health guidelines for the benefit of all society. During this time of upheaval and adaptation, it has been heartening to see how our island communities have stood by healthcare and the people who deliver it. Throughout this time of change, many people from these caring communities have rallied around our healthcare workers, finding even new ways to support them. This settlement was founded in 2020 and was carried over into 2021 as we pushed through a second year of the pandemic. And even in year 2, public support of healthcare did not waver amid fluctuating mandates and priorities. What held true was that donors and the community at large will and have supported this hospital, its staff, and the patients it serves through thick and thin. Because of these incredible contributions from loyal donors, we are pleased to say that the foundation was able to surpass our goal of raising $1.788 million for 2021. Many of the equipment items on the 2021 greatest needs list, like the recently installed mammography unit, are on hand, in operation, and helping patients today. We thank our many donors for their help and commitment in 2021 and are encouraged by their support as we enter an uncertain future, but certainly one which will place healthcare at the forefront, if not into the limelight. These challenging times have forced the board to think outside the box in terms of how we support the PCH. Since 1993, we have existed for the betterment of this hospital. Traditionally, that has meant our focus has been on fundraising for the purchase of needed medical equipment. A well-equipped hospital is not only vital to patient care, but it is also essential as our hospital looks to attract physicians, nurses, staff now and into the future in a very highly competitive human resource market. As the needs of the hospital have evolved, so too has our mandate, and increasingly we have been called upon to support the PCH in new ways alongside our primary mandate. This has meant in 2021 we joined a partnership to assist with recruiting and retention certain nursing staff. This special effort bore fruit in the hiring of 3 experienced ICU nurses to help stabilize the unit and to fill out roles and enrich the work being done in that department. 2021 also saw the funding of exciting new projects to help keep PCH a home of innovation. We took a bold step into the future of healthcare when we teamed with PCH to deliver virtual reality technology for patients to use with various departments for social and calming effects. In a similar vein, this spring, the Mindful Garden technology joins PCH to assist patient care calming during stressful times. This technology will facilitate a calming alternative to old methods involving restraints and medication, and so you can see its vast advantage. Stay tuned for more on this project in the near future. As we look to the future, we know we can count on our donors to help PCH keep pace with existing steps forward, always looking for new opportunities to enrich the hospital and the healthcare delivered within its walls. As we walk together on this road to tomorrow, we are grateful to have you all by our side for the betterment of the PCH and the many Islanders it serves. Thank you. I'd now like to ask Dr. Albertson, the PCH physician representative of the board, to come forward and accept this symbolic check for $1,788,500, representing the fundraising efforts for 2021, please.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you to all the PCH Foundation and all donors who've been involved in this tremendous fundraising effort. PCH is a wonderful place to work and practice medicine and healthcare, and it is so heartening to see such a tremendous community response to support our hospital in a pretty challenging time where we've been asked to stay apart. But as we look to the future, I take heart in the slogan on the PCH motto about getting better together, and I think that your contributions will allow us to do that. Thank you very much.
I've got the job to conclude this annual meeting. Rather quick, but very thorough at the same time. Just a few more thank yous. I'd like to thank all those presenting tonight, the various reports. I also like to thank the small but mighty staff of our PCH Foundation, led by Managing Director Heather Matheson, Accountant Lisa Skirman-Smith, Admin Support Kelly Arsenault, and Bevan Woodacre, who does a lot of our communications and had the job of producing and presenting this meeting tonight. So lots of credits to him. I also like to mention that if anybody watching had questions in relation to the foundation, feel free to contact the office or any of the directors on the board, and we'll try and get answers to what questions you may have. And lastly, just one more time, I'd like to thank you, the donors, who support the foundation generously, and without you, the foundation just simply would not exist. So thank you again. Thank you.